EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Rolling to his right. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And all the way down to the 37. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard, where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. From the gun is Eason. That'll be complete to Breida. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Matt Breida, 37 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Play action now. Winston got his man, Robbie Anderson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone. You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them. They'll start on the ground with Breida. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. Second down, here's Eason. His throw incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away. Play action. It's Eason. They'll buy some time right. And that will be incomplete. And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. None of that. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch? Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. On play action, Winston. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Winston flushed out right. Just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, Winston. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Vita Vea coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Gay on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 1.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Eason. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the gun, Eason. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. They go play action. Winston. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Eason. They'll roll him out right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Eason. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now 3rd down.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Eason. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Joe Mixon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
2nd and 3.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Back to Mixon on first down. And he's got some space here. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play here for Buffalo. 46 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Right through him.
Boom, bam, biff.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Paris Campbell now on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Eason. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 43 is the mark, boy, 43.
Eason on 2nd down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
He'll return it from the 6. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Joe Mixon, 81 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. 43 is the mic. Check down 3. Check tight.
Operating from the gun. Eason. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
1st and 10, Eason. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
43 is the mic. Here we go. Mic 43.
From the gun, Eason. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Eason off the play fake. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Eason escaping the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On the coverage.
To throw again. Eason. Wide open receiver, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. It's a foot race past the 20, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Campbell returning it. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing after the interception. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On 1st down, Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Matt Breida, 76 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. And I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, here's Mixon. Shreds the tackle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Again, idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
Bengals 14.